Hello there everyone, and welcome to another LEGO review video. I've done an unbagging a couple of videos ago, as well as the stop motion, but here I am doing another full set review. Well, I'm not going to really do it full review per se, but I'm just going to show off this set, which is the Queen Watevra's Build Whatever box. Now, Queen Whatever Wannabe is a character that appeared in the LEGO Movie 2, and I'm not going to give too much spoilers for those who have not seen it, because it has just recently come out. But she is one of the characters, one of the new characters to appear in the movie, and she has the ability on changing herself into just about anything, which is quite interesting. Now this box right here, well, it's the box that's the parts that you need to build Queen Whatever Wannabe's various different forms contains, and there are some images that are shown on the box that shows some of what can be made. But it does say that the pictured models cannot be built simultaneously, which means that you can't have all of the models that are shown on the picture be built at the same time. All of them can be built using the parts in the set, but you can't have them all be built at once because there aren't enough parts to have them all be built. Now the back of the box shows all of the different models that can be made using the instructions that are included in here. There are instructions on building 15 different models of the character, but only 5 of them can be built at a time. Now I did build some examples of the models that you can make. I'm not going to show off every single model, at least in, well, in the bricks, but I will show images of the various different models that can be made. And something to keep in mind is that the box does show all sorts of other different models that can be built, but it doesn't really show any instructions. Maybe you just have to go by what is shown on the box. This one's kind of having a bit of trouble standing up. Well, at least on the blanket, anyway. Oh, come on, stand. I guess that will do. So anyway, these are the 5 models that I have built. I think this is the maximum amount of models that you can have be built at one time. So I'm just going to take a look at every single one of these. So right here is, I think, her primary form that she takes on in the movie. At least this is the most recognizable form that she has in the movie. Just kind of shows her as a little, kind of a brickish creation, not really supposed to represent any sort of creature whatsoever. Just some sort of form that she has. And in the movie, she is shown to have different arms when she can take on these different forms. Which, of course, you can't really make her arms move about, at least not in the figure form, but much rather it's pretty much just like what you would see in a stop motion. And, of course, even with all of these models built, there are still quite a lot of parts left over from building all of these models. I'm pretty sure that there is probably no sort of model that uses all the parts, or at least no set of 5 models that uses all of the parts that are included. This one right here is supposed to, I think, represent some sort of a devilish appearance that she has. I'm not quite sure. This was actually the last model that I had built out of these 5 right here. And then this model right here, I think it's supposed to be a sort of dinosaur, and she has her crown on her tail instead of on her head. I guess it's because there's no place to put it on her head. And she has the angry look on this side of her head, but not over here. So, pretty much, it only looks good from this side, but on this side, not so much. And then right here, we have a whale, which is very nice. She's kind of giving that sort of sad look. This set includes various different expressions that she has, such as the happy face shown right here, the angry face right there, the sad face right there, and then this one right here. I think it's supposed to be some sort of a bat, and this one uses a more smiley looking face. Well, it of course is smiling just like this one, but it's different ways of showing smiling. Like, this one shows her being honored to have guests arrive at her kingdom, and this one probably just is her general happy look. Now I'm going to show the instructions for each of these, and there are 5 different instruction booklets included in this set. Each instruction booklet contains instructions for building 5 different models, all of which cannot be built simultaneously. So pretty much you can build one model from each of these instructions and have them be built simultaneously, but as mentioned before, not every model that you can make in this set can be made at the same time, unless you maybe get multiple different parts or spare parts from Bricklink, or maybe purchasing this set multiple different times, which I would actually recommend against. I'm not going to bother with doing that, considering that this is just showing the various different forms that she has, and it probably would not it probably would just take up a lot of space to just have them all be built at one time. So for instruction booklet number 1, this shows this model right here. This is a model built from booklet number 1, and it shows that exact model right there, as well as this model, which kind of looks like either a car or something, as well as a butterfly. Booklet number 2 is the one where I built the devil form from, and this also shows instructions on how to build a volcano version of her and a hammer. The hammer one looks quite interesting, to be honest. Then booklet number 3 was the one where I got the instructions to build the whale, and this instruction booklet also lets you build a violin or a cello or something, as well as an octopus. Where is it? Oh man, I don't know what happened, and I don't have... Ah, it was in the box. I thought I had them all out, but no. Booklet number 4 was in the box, and this was what I made from the made the dinosaur from, and this booklet also lets you build a gorilla and an alligator. And booklet number 5 was the booklet that it was used to make the bat form, and this also lets you build a rocket ship and some sort of conveyor belt sort of thing. Not entirely sure what that's supposed to be. And then there was this small poster right here, which shows various other forms that can be built. I'm going to try to lay it all out to show you. And these various different forms are ones that I think can be made from all of the different parts included in this set, from the various different bags, such as a hot air balloon, a star, a submarine, whatever that's supposed to be, a snail, another alligator, a mermaid, a crab, and then there's that form of her again, the main form. And on the back, I think it shows even more of those, although some of the same, like one of her holding her fist out, as well as a crab, a chair, a cat, whatever that's supposed to be, maybe a popsicle, I think that's a popsicle, and a little caterpillar. So all sorts of different models that you can build right here, and of course what ones you can have built simultaneously could perhaps vary, but these are all sorts of different forms that you can make. I may make some of these over time. Though of course I would have to disassemble what I've already got, but you know, all of them look pretty impressive, and yeah. So if you haven't seen the Lego Movie 2 yet, I would recommend that you do that. It is available on DVD right now. And as I said before, if you have not seen the movie, I'm not going to give any spoilers in regards to the movie, but expect there to be some surprises in regards to the movie, because sometimes things aren't always as they seem, if you know what I mean. Alright, so anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. A couple hours had gone by since I did that recording. I know it probably is kind of odd that I would not bother to do the edits for that video just yet, but you know, during that time I went to work and did a model of Queen Whatever Watanabe using every single piece that was included in the set. And what I had to do in order to make sure that there was only one face was to simply cover up any other face on here. And basically this is supposed to act as a conductor wand, and this could be some sort of weapon thing, not quite sure. Just added the extra crowns onto it since the set comes with 5 crowns, because you are able to create 5 official models at one time. So this basically is what I ended up getting from putting every single piece together. But I'm not going to necessarily keep this around. It was just a little challenge that I made to myself to create something out of every single piece from the set. So, there you go, and I'll see you next time.